Hey YouTube, Nintendo Lover here, and I've got another unboxing video for you today. I've got my Stanley knife, and this is the package that I'm going to be opening today. Now, I ordered this a week ago, and it's just arrived today. It is an Ibanez base. It is an Ibanez GSR205SM-CNB. It's a charcoal brown burst, and I bought this a week ago to go with it. It is really heavy. This is my Vantage GSR-30R bass and guitar combo amp. It is a 75 watt amp, and I picked this up from a second-hand music store for £28, and it really works well. And let me just put that down there. Right, onto this. So here we are. It's really quite big. So let me just open it up here now. Oh really? You'll have to give me a minute. Oh, it opens from this end. Duh. Here we go. First glance, got very nice padding there. There you go. You can see the bottom of it now. And it appears I've actually got this upside down. Brilliant. Some more packaging there. And here we go, this is what I like to see, the bass itself. And if you haven't noticed by now, this is a 5-string bass. Oh, look at that. There you go. There's the model number right there. Ibanez. And yeah, this is really good. Anything else in there? No. Okay. Right. I will be back with you in a minute. I'm just going to tune this. I'm back now, and I have tuned it, as you can see. That one I've got the low E string tuned to a D. We've got a couple of very nice dual coil humbucking pickups. And yes, they aren't Gibson humbuckers, but that's expected. It's an Ibanez bass, not a Gibson bass. But a humbucking pickup is basically a 2-coil pickup with one of the coils wound backwards rather than forwards, which causes less feedback, which is really good when you want in a clean tone. Yeah, really good when you want that really clean tone without any real buzz coming through the cables. So yeah, I'll leave a few links in the description below for the songs that I'm going to be playing a bit of, but yeah, if you want to check them out, just go ahead. They're right down there below the video, and let's go on. So that was the first one. Now okay, time for the second song, and it's from the same band. Yeah, so as you can tell, it's a really good quality bass. I love the natural wood finish on it, and you can't really see it in this light much, but if I can get it at the right angle, you might be able to see the slight wood finish in it, which is really nice. And as you can see, there is a 9-volt battery slot there, which you have to unscrew. That is because this is an active bass. Now what that means is there is actually a preamp inside this, so you don't actually need a preamp in your bass amp, but what that means is unlike a passive bass, which just feeds the signal straight through to the amp, with a passive bass, when the signal goes through the lead, it can pick up a lot of buzz, which when it goes through the preamp in your bass amp, it will really amplify that buzz, and it's not good at all. But with an active bass, what it does is it amplifies the raw signal inside the bass before it's sent through the signal cable. What that means is there's a lot less buzz because the preamp is inside the bass, which means that there's a lot less distance for that signal to travel to get amplified in the preamp. And that just means that because there's a lot less distance it has to go, there's a lot less buzz, and you get a much cleaner signal from it, which is really good. One more thing to note, I realised that in my last shot you didn't actually manage to see it, but right there is the Ibanez logo, and yeah, it's a really nice bass. It's a, if I can remember rightly, this is a full-scale bass. So 5-string bass. A lot of you may be thinking it must be really hard to adjust to if you're a bass player. It's actually not. It's not hard at all to adapt to a 5-string, because the only difference that you would have between this and a normal bass is that where your thumb sits on the back of the neck is just a little bit further up. So it feels, so you can still handle these 4 strings like you would on a normal bass, but the neck width is more that of a guitar than a bass. So if you're a bass player, it'll feel a bit thick, but you'll get used to it after a while. If you're a guitar player, the only thing you have to worry about is one missing string and a little bit longer for the bass. But yeah, it's a really good build quality. It's a mahogany body with an ebony top. It's an ebony neck, as you can see on the back. with a rosewood fingerboard. The only thing you might have to do when you first get this is just get the bridge moved up a little, because when you first get it, it's going to sound, as you can hear there, as you just heard, it's going to be very buzzy, and that is simply because the strings are a little too close to the neck when you first get it, but that can be solved really easily. Yeah, it's got the neck set, the headstock setup. You've got 3 on top and 2 on the bottom. If you had a 4-string, it would just be these 2 and these 2. So, yeah, these 2 and these 2. But with this one, you have an extra. Tuning peg. Sorry, I can't believe that just slipped my mind. Yeah, you have an extra tuning peg, and you may be thinking that it would actually upset the balance of the bass, but really it actually improves the balance of it, and it improves the strength of the neck as well, for some reason I'm not going to go into, as that would make this video way too long. But anyway, this is my Ibanez bass, and don't forget to comment, like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. We have, count it, 7 discs for the game. That is ludicrous. So let's just take it out. Yeah.